Today I thought it would be fun to show you all my anime collection as it stands in 2024. This was an idea from @shells_recommends over on Instagram to show my anime collection. So I thought today I would include movies, TV shows, and everything in between. I also apologize in advance. I have a bit of a cold, so my voice is going to sound like this for the entire video. So I do apologize about that. So this video will be broken into two parts, starting with movies, and these are going to be movies that are not tied to a series or like a TV show. So any standalone films. And then the second part will be all of the series and any videos that go with those series. So as I said before, we're going to start with movies, and the very first one, I should also mention, I'm only going to really comment on the ones that I have already seen. There are a lot of these that I have not seen. I got a lot of them on sale through different retailers when they were having big sales throughout the year. So there are going to be quite a few that I don't really have much to say about. For the movies, I think I've seen most of them. We'll see if I'm right when I edit this. So first we have A Silent Voice. And this is a steelbook, a Blu-ray steelbook. If you have never seen this movie, definitely check it out. It is sad. I see a lot of people claim that it's one of the saddest anime movies that they've watched. I can understand that. I personally, I do think it's sad, but I think overall there's a nice heartwarming message. So while you will be sad, I don't think that you will ultimately have that be the only emotion you experience throughout the whole movie. The next movie we have is Belle. And Belle is a movie I saw, I want to say for the first time 2 years ago now, and I really enjoy this one. I think it's fair to also consider it an emotional movie, but again, I think at the end of it you end up with this just overall heartwarming feeling. So as this is the collector's edition box set, it comes with some extra stuff in it. There's this sticker for one of the characters in the movie. Admittedly, at the moment, I cannot remember her name. And then this is the actual case for the movie. So it includes the film, both on 4K and Blu-ray, as well as the bonus features on Blu-ray. I apologize, I think this is a little out of focus. It also includes this booklet that comes with art and interviews, so that's pretty cool. And then last but not least, it also comes with a poster, which I'm not going to open it because I don't really have enough room to actually show you. I also want to mention that at the end of each section I will put a just a little graphic to show you the titles again, as well as where I bought them and about how much I paid and around when I bought them, just so you can get an idea, because a lot of them, like I said, tied to sales, and that's really the only way I've been able to grow my anime collection as much as I have over the past year. So I thought that might be a helpful guide, just to give you an idea of where you might be able to pick up some of these titles, and depending on sales, of course, what price. Next movie here is Fireworks. I have not seen this one. I've heard good things though, so I am excited to check it out. The next is Ghost in the Shell, a very iconic anime movie. I see it's out of frame. There we go. I have started this. I never finished it, and it was not for a lack of interest. It was just I never got back to it. So I definitely do need to give this a watch. I have not seen the live action. I have heard very mixed things about it. I think people who maybe are not familiar with the anime are a bit more forgiving for the movie, but I know that people that love the anime don't have very good things to say about it. So let me know in the comments if you think that it's worth, giving the live action a go at all. Next we have Josie the Tiger and the Fish. I just recently watched this and I really enjoyed it. Again, another one that has its emotional moments but is very heartwarming. I really enjoyed it. I do kind of want to check out, I know there was a Korean movie that was made before this anime was, and I do want to check that out too at some point. But I did not exactly know where to categorize this. I get kind of mixed information online, so I included it here. This is Panda Go Panda. Now, in a little bit, I will be going through my Studio Ghibli collection. That'll be in the next segment of this movies section. And Hayao Miyazaki, who, if you are familiar with Studio Ghibli, which I'm sure if you clicked on this video you probably are, he had a hand in making Panda Go Panda. So the one thing that I am not for sure about, I think technically these are probably considered OVAs, so I just included them in this section. It comes with two. There's Panda Go Panda and Panda Go Panda Rainy Day Circus. So yeah, I don't remember. I think they're pretty short. Like I said, I think they're more like OVAs. I don't know for sure. So I just included it here. The next one is one I know literally nothing about this one. I picked it up on a whim. Again, it was on sale. I thought it could be interesting, but from what I read online, there was a lot of critiquing the use of a lot of CGI in this movie. Like, it's very CGI heavy. Planzit, I think is how it would be pronounced. I think it's just Planet with a Z. I am interested to check it out though, to see what it's like. Maybe it's great. I don't know. I read kind of mixed reviews online, and most of the reviews had to do with the animation itself. The next movie is The Princess and the Pilot. Now, I have wanted to check out this movie for quite some time. However, at least last I checked, Tubi, which is where I was trying to watch this, only had, I want to say it only had the Spanish version, and or it had a version that did not have English subtitles. I don't remember exactly what the situation was, but I tried to watch it and I could not find it with English subtitles. And last but not least, until we get into Studio Ghibli, I have Satellite Girl and Milk Cow. This is also kind of like Ghost in the Shell, a movie I started once and I did not get back to it. Again, not a lack of interest, just simply did not get back into it. And I actually, you'll see this in the graphic in a little bit, but I actually picked this up at the Dollar Tree one day when I thought that was a pretty cool find. So, okay, so now to get into the Studio Ghibli movies. All of the ones I'm going to show today I own in the really nice G-Kids Blu-ray steelbooks. I really like these. They're very simple, but I think they're very beautiful in their simplicity. There we go. So Howl's Moving Castle. So as you can see, these steelbooks normally will just have an image from the movie right on the front with the cover, and then the rest is all just one solid metallic color. So it looks really nice and it looks great as a set. It's really hard to hide any dings or scratches. The backs are all very simple. So that's what the back looks like. The next Studio Ghibli film that we have, and this is still in its packaging. Thankfully, I think a lot of the scratches that are visible on this one are just in the plastic wrapping. Kiki's Delivery Service. I'm pretty sure I saw this as a kid. I will say honestly, I don't really remember it. But I do think I saw it at one point, and I know it's such a well-loved Studio Ghibli film, so I am excited to watch it. We have is another iconic one that I have not seen. I don't know how I haven't seen this one, honestly. It needs to happen. That's why I picked it up. I have not watched it yet. And yeah, that's really all I have to say because I have not seen it and I feel guilty about that. Our next one is Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. I did just watch this one recently and I did enjoy it. I thought it was good. The thing I love about Studio Ghibli movies is they're so atmospheric and just, they have a very tangible feeling to them. Like, I feel immersed in the world anytime I watch a Studio Ghibli movie. And you don't get that with every movie, and you don't even get that with every anime. So I think there's just something really special about Studio Ghibli films. Next we have Only Yesterday, which totally did not take a tumble on its way over here. Yeah, it did, but it was fine. It fell on carpet, so it's all good. Again, another one I haven't seen, but I am excited to check out. Now for probably my second favorite Studio Ghibli movie. This is one that has a lot of dings. I have had no luck. I tried to get this one twice, and both times it came very dinged and scratched. So, we have Ponyo. This is such a cute movie. If you've never seen it, it's great. It's just a lot of fun, and definitely worth a watch if you have not yet seen it. Next we have Princess Mononoke, another very well-known Studio Ghibli film. I did watch this one, and I did enjoy it. I always feel like my rankings of the Studio Ghibli movies are off from the majority of people. Like, I feel like this is normally somebody's top 3. I did not personally feel it was in my top 3. I definitely enjoyed it, and I think it's a very strong, very good movie. It's not one I see myself wanting to rewatch as much as some of the others. And kind of to go along with that sentiment is Spirited Away. Now, I know, this is so many people's number one Studio Ghibli movie. It is so well known, so loved, has won so many awards, and I enjoy this movie. I think it's a great one, but personally, it's just not one of my favorite Studio Ghibli movies. I know. I can already feel your thoughts. Again, a beautiful movie though. Do not misunderstand me. Next we have The Secret World of, I believe it's Arrietty? I'm not 100% sure. Again, one I know I saw as a kid, but I really don't remember much of. Although I will say, I think I remember more of this one than Kiki's Delivery Service. And I just haven't given it a rewatch, so I definitely need to do that. Back a year or two ago when I had a HBO Max subscription, I was getting back into watching Studio Ghibli films, and I discovered these Blu-ray steelbooks about that same time, and so I started to buy them, and this was actually the first one that I bought. I hadn't seen the movie yet, but there was a really good price, and I was like, okay, I'm picking it up. And I watched it, and I really enjoyed it. I think out of the Studio Ghibli movies, this one may be one of the slower ones, just in some ways. I also think it's one of the longer ones. I would have to look at the runtime to verify that, but I'm pretty sure it is one of the longer ones. I personally really enjoyed it, but I don't really hear it get talked about as much as some of the other ones, So there's all the movies. Okay, so for the TV shows, like I mentioned before, I have not seen a lot of these, so I'm really just going to go through these pretty quickly, unless they're ones I have seen and have something to comment on. So first off, we have Action Heroine Cheerfruits. There we go, now we can see it. Next we have Attack on Titan Limited Edition Part 2, which is episodes 14 through 25. This comes with a cool lenticular cover. I have seen part of Season 1 of Attack on Titan. I'm still trying to get into it, I won't lie. I know it's so popular. I really want to love it, and I did enjoy the first couple episodes, but then it got kind of slow, which is not inherently a bad thing, but I was just having trouble staying with it, I guess. I know. Following that, we have Attack on Titan Junior High, the complete series. Next we have Aquarian Evil. I hope that I'm pronouncing some of these right. There are some that I'm more confident in the pronunciation of than others. And this is part 1. This is a boxed set. So if you're not familiar with these box sets that Funimation puts out, what often happens is it'll look like a complete box set if you were to just see the box. But then when you actually look at it, there will be one where there's actually the discs and then there's an insert there that's just cardboard. And that is where part 2 would go. So I have quite a few of these. And I also have some of the part 2s that are separate. You'll see I got a lot of these for a really, really, really good price. And so, even though I hadn't seen the series, and even though they were only partial sets, I really could not pass them up given the price they were. We have Banana. I apologize if I'm wrong on either of those pronunciations. The kitty who lives in a banana. I think one of my favorite details is the little sticker on the side. Well, it's not actually a sticker, but it's meant to look like a sticker. There we go. Meant to look like a banana sticker. So I thought that was a cute detail. For the internet, it's pronounced Barakamon. I hope that's correct. Again, not one I've seen, but one I definitely look forward to. I have heard really good things about it. Next we have Brothers Conflict. I did not know anything about this anime when I picked it up, and now I know some more about it. And I'm like, oh no, did I make a mistake? I mean, let me know in the comments. Maybe my understanding of what this anime is about is wrong. Maybe it's not. I would definitely love to hear from people who have actually watched it. Bungo Stray Dogs Season 1. Captain Earth Collection 1, which includes episodes 1 through 13. And then one of my personal favorites, although I have not yet seen this series itself, I've seen the original Cardcaptor Sakura, not in its entirety, but this is Clear Card, and this is part 2. And I will tell you, I've been looking on the internet for part 1 and or the complete series. Oh my goodness, it is expensive. I don't know if they did like a very limited number of them when they originally sold them or whatever the case was, but part 1 by itself or the complete series, all of them are going for over $100, closer to $200 from where I was seeing anyway. And I was like, oh man. So that'll be interesting, especially when you consider that means it's only episodes 1 through 11, since this is episodes 12 through 22. So anime physical media, guys, I tell you, it can be a lot collecting it. So that's why I love when I can find sales like I found for a lot of these. And then we have Celestial Method, the complete collection. Chance Pop Session. Okay, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, but we'll see. Chihaya Furu. That's kind of how I heard it pronounced online, so This is season 2. I have not seen the first season. I have not seen this one. And I think there's also a third season as well. Next we have Classroom of the Elite, and it says the complete series. If you already do collect anime or you are going to collect anime, something to be aware of. I found this out pretty early on, thankfully, but it's a good thing to know, is that a lot of Blu-rays will say complete series when they're actually just the first season or maybe the first and second season, because sometimes announcements for when an anime is going to get another season take so long. Sometimes the marketing is a bit off when it comes to the physical media release. So this says the complete series, but it's actually just the first season. And I think there's a second, I know for sure, and I think there was also a third season of Classroom of the Elite. So just something to be aware of if you are or plan to collect anime on physical media. Codebreaker. Another one I have not seen. Is Convenience Store Boyfriends, the complete series. This is actually a complete series. So, like I said, you just have to check that out when you're going to purchase something. I have seen most of this. I think I have like 2 episodes left. Here's DD, the Fist of North Star. I don't know if I think that's how it's said, but this is the complete collection, and my understanding is this is a parody anime of the anime The Fist of North Star. So, not having seen that, I might want to check that out before I watch this. And then last but not least for this segment, because I am running out of space up on this shelf, we have Digimon Volume 6. So these are all episodes from the second season. I have never seen Digimon, but I know it's geared toward kind of a younger audience, which is fine. I don't mind that. There have been plenty of anime that were geared toward a younger audience that I've seen and enjoyed. Alright, I cleared off the shelf and I'm ready for the next set. So here we have Fairy Tail Collection 1, which is episodes 1 through 24. So I believe that's just the entire first season. And then we have this one. I'm not sure if it's Fractal or Fractale. I assume it's Fractal. And this is the complete series. Ghost Hound Collection 1. Glasslip, the complete collection. Hamatora, the animation, the complete collection. And then since these ones go together, I'm just going to show them together. But we have Hello Kitty and Friends Let's Learn Together, Collection 1 and Collection 2. Followed by Hazuki's Cool Headedness. I think this is, yes, Season 2, the complete collection. And here is one where I have the movies as well as the show to show you. So we have Inuyasha, Season 1. And then also the Inuyasha movie collection. So this comes with all 4 of the movies. Okay, I had to take a bit of a break to charge my camera's battery, but I am back. And the next anime is actually Iron Man. It's kind of one I forget I own, to be honest. Eat a Kiss, which, okay, this is one of those animes that I love to hate and I hate to love. Like, I don't know, it's just, I have very mixed feelings about it. It was a fun watch, but they're definitely not a couple that has a healthy relationship. Yeah, if you've seen this one, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's definitely a product of its time, I would say. Kakurio, I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. This is part 2. Kistem R Engage Planet, the complete collection. And then Last Exile, the complete series. I also have this, though. I bought that first, and then when I found a bunch of the box sets on sale, I also picked up this Last Exile on Blu-ray, and then this is part 1, as you can see from looking right there. Part 1. Meganabu. Again, I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Michiri Neko. Naisho no Tsubomi. Nighthead Genesis, the complete collection. Nyanbo. This one, the animation that was done for this looks really fun, and it kind of, just from the pictures I saw anyway, kind of was giving me Marcel the Shell vibes. I could be totally off on that, but... And then, last but not least for this section is Orange, the complete series. Okay, so we have Planetarian, the OVAs plus movie. Oh boy. So if you're not familiar with Planetarian, this is, like it says, it has the OVAs and the movie. But the OVAs are all a part of the movie, so you could just watch the movie and you would see all of the content. I really love Planetarian. I think it's a great story. Definitely sad, but I really enjoy it. Princess Jellyfish, the complete series. Okay, and now we're getting to one of my favorite anime series. It is not without its faults, and there are parts about it that are definitely a product of the time it was made. But I really love Rumiko Takahashi's work. I think that she makes a lot of fun characters and stories, and so the show I'm talking about specifically is Ranma Half, and I have almost the whole series in these limited edition, special edition box sets, but I am still missing a couple. So I do have a couple of these that are on standard Blu-ray and some that are on this special edition. So there's set 1. For set 2, that is one that I am missing in the special edition, so I only have the standard edition Blu-ray release. The season that I am just plain missing is season 3. After that, there's season 4. Season 5 I originally purchased on the standard edition. Go back, I was able to purchase it in the collector's edition. Season 6. Season 7. And then this is the OVA and movie collection. Next I have the box set for the anime that actually led to my discovering the big sales on Crunchyroll, which you have probably seen in some of my breakdowns so far, or in some of the upcoming ones after these other sections. But I had been looking at buying this specific box set, which is Real Life Season 1, on eBay, and it was going for about $20, and I was like, oh, that's probably a pretty decent price for this box set. But just out of curiosity, I looked it up just on Google, and one of the first things that popped up was Crunchyroll, and it said it was selling for $10, and I was like, Like, is that just for the box or something? That seemed out of character to have something at such a low price. So I decided to hop over to Crunchyroll and check it out, and they were doing a big sale of box sets, which is why you've seen so many of them in my collection that are, and in the breakdowns at these really great prices. So these limited edition box sets. Then we have Rinne, Season 2. Again, Rumiko Takahashi, but I have not seen this at all or read the manga, so. And I also have Season 3. I do not have the series that this kind of goes along with, and as far as I know, this is kind of just separate from the series. But this is Justice League and Ruby, Superheroes, and Huntsman Part 1. So I have not seen Ruby at all. I know it's been pretty popular, but I have not seen it. Samurai Jam, Bakumatsu Rock, the complete collection. Shakugan no Shana Season 2, and this is, again, it includes Season 2 Part 1 in the box set. The only one where I actually have both parts, so I actually do have the Season 2 Part 2 that can go in that box set as well. Next we have Shakugan no Shana Season 3 Part 1. This one I do not have the second part to, and as you can tell, I'm also missing the first season. Okay, there's not too many left. So the next one is Shonen Maid, the complete series. Snow White with the Red Hair, the complete series. I have only seen the first season. I have not seen the second season. Spy Family, Season 1, Part 1. I love this anime. It's what got me back into anime. Strawberry Marshmallow, the complete OVA series. And that is that for this section, and I just have one more small row to go through. Okay, for the last few, we have Terror in Resonance. I have seen the first couple episodes of this. The Morose Mononokean. I'm not for sure how that's pronounced. This is again one where it says the complete series, but I found out there's at least one more season, if not a third season also. And here we have As the Moon So Beautiful. I'm not going to attempt its actual title, so I'll go with the English title. I've seen the first episode of that one. Tokyo Ravens, Season 1, Part 1. Violet Evergarden, the complete series. That is one I definitely need to watch. I have not yet. And then we have Wake Up Girls, the complete collection, as well as Wake Up Girls, the movie. Wandaba Style. And that is everything. Thank you so much for checking out my video and taking a look at my anime collection. I'm pretty excited to see how this grows over the course of the remainder of 2024. So, I definitely will keep a lookout for sales, and if you don't follow me over on Instagram, 32_movies, I try my best to post about big sales, and especially ones I find on Crunchyroll. Those have been such great prices that I often make sure that I post about those. So head on over and give me a follow there if you want to get those more daily, timely updates, and if you would like to see more videos like this one, hit subscribe.